plate, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, Bridgewater. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
Bridgewater's pass.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 7 catches, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey.
That's good.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to it? And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll find Metcalf. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
1st quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here, maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In on the tackle.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the carry.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw is Bridgewater. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
It is good. Makes the score Panthers 10.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Jones. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. First down, Seattle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Off the play fake. Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Touchdown. Ah, yes, Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. You have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
names for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Man, when you talk about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones going for Metcalf on the... That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's caught by Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. That one 28 yards on the ground. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Watkins, the intended receiver.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
At the 3-yard.
Here's McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
DK Metcalf and the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but
he's got a man complete.
And that was way
and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to number 14.
DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for the extra.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
McCaffrey at the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
To punt for the Panthers.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Holding, receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Jones on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
18 on the play.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Seattle.
A first down carry for Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Toward Gross Matos.
So we've reached halftime in a Watt, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Jones now. Throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablet.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
Curtis Samuel. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a run with McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. And get
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing it.
And this will be caught at the 30.
Is that it?
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Complete to number
DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, short throw to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
27. Aldrich Rosas.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. James Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Throwing again, Jones. Going for Metcalf on the deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. 61 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this carries into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage, that's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Bridgewater on first down. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nice. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. James Washington with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? Or, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
KJ Hamler returning it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they?
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos, his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Bridgewater.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side on his swing pass. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 26. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. But it's brought in by Washington. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Christian McCaffrey.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
At the 12-yard line.
And this will be incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf up, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
49-yard gain on
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Jones, and this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The score is Seahawks.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers now down by 15. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Now let's see who this is on.
What you talking about, reps?
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. There he goes left side. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Pass interference. Defense.
So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Gano the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tonight, well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move.
Say I done powered up, level at 10,000 and climbing. No, I've been bad